If you love summer cherries, you're not gonna wanna miss today's recipe. I'm showing you how to make a homemade cherry pie filling. You never have to buy one of those cans again. If you've gotten a whole bunch of cherries from an orchard, went to the grocery store and they were so pretty you couldn't help yourself, this is a great way to use up a whole bunch of them. Start with about 4.5 to 5 cups, which is about just over 1.5 pounds. I'd get about 1.75 pounds to 2 pounds of cherries. And then you have to pit them. I know this is really, really annoying to have to pit your cherries. I highly recommend using a cherry pitter. You can also use a straw, but do yourself a favor. If you are using fresh cherries to make a pie or pie filling or anything like that, get yourself a cherry pitter. It will save you tons of time and frustrations. First thing we're gonna do is kind of start to cook the cherries and have them break down a little bit. So you're gonna add your pitted cherries to a saucepan along with 1/4 cup of water. I like to cover that, put it over medium-low heat, and just let it cook. It'll take several minutes until the water will boil. It'll start to foam up a little bit. Once the cherries start to kind of pop, maybe not all of them are popped, but some of them have popped and that liquid has gotten a little bit darker from the cherry juice, then you're ready to continue. While the cherries are cooking, you're gonna assemble the other ingredients. So go ahead and measure out your 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, and we're gonna make our cornstarch slurry. You need 1/4 cup of cornstarch and a few tablespoons of water, and it needs to be cold water. So go ahead and add the cornstarch to a small bowl, add a few tablespoons of cold water, and stir it together. It might take a little bit of time for that cornstarch to dissolve, but go ahead and do that and set it aside. You're also going to possibly need some lemon juice. Again, it depends on how sweet the cherries are. If you get super, super sweet cherries, then you will definitely wanna add your lemon juice. If you're using tart cherries, you can omit the lemon juice. The lemon juice helps cut the sweetness if they're too sweet. Once your cherries have kind of boiled and foamed up a little bit, then it is time to add the sugar. So go ahead and add the sugar, stir that together. Bonus about this recipe is you can use frozen cherries or fresh ones, so you can make this all year long, not just in the summer when they're fresh. If you are gonna use frozen cherries in this recipe, be sure to thaw them completely and drain them before using them to make the pie filling. And then stir your cornstarch slurry before adding it, because it will clump up again if it's sat for any length of time. So stir that together again until it's nice and smooth. Pour it in, and then immediately start stirring your pie filling. It will thicken within just a minute or two, and it'll get nice and thick. Once it starts to thicken, go ahead and remove it from the heat. If you're using that lemon juice, go ahead and add it along with the cornstarch. Once it's removed from the heat, I like to add it to a jar, let it cool to room temperature, cover it, and pop it in the refrigerator, and it's ready for whenever you want it to make any sort of recipe. Now, yes, you can put this in a pie crust, put another pie crust on top, or some of my crumble topping recipe, or make a lattice and bake it in the oven. So save your pie filling for when you wanna make other things that aren't just a pie. Things like Cherry Delight or Cherry Danish. It has a graham cracker crust, a no-bake cheesecake filling, and then is topped with cherry pie filling. Super delish.
Graham cracker crust is just my standard crust with 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs mixed with 7 tablespoons of melted butter and 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, which I'm pressing into a 9x9 pan. Then the filling is 8 ounces of cream cheese that's at room temperature. I mix that a little bit to smooth it out, and then add 1 cup of powdered sugar. Mix that up a little bit along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once that's all combined and smooth, add 8 ounces or 1 container of whipped topping, that's Cool Whip, and mix that until it's nice and smooth. Then you're going to layer it on top of the crust and top it with that homemade pie filling that we made. Chill this until you're ready to serve it. These little cherry pie bites could not be easier. You start with a can of Pillsbury Grand's biscuits. I slice them in half horizontally and then press each half into a muffin pan that's been sprayed with nonstick cooking spray. Once you have all of them in there, you're going to fill each one with some of that cherry pie filling, and then you just need to bake them. To make the drizzle, I use 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. I add some almond extract and a little heavy whipping cream. Whisk that together and drizzle it all over the pie bites. These are fantastic.
And that's it. That's how easy it is to make cherry pie filling and to use it in recipes. Cherry Delight, Cherry Danish, cherry pie, cherry cobbler, So many different ways to use cherry pie filling. I want you to leave a comment and let me know what your favorite way to use it is, and keep watching for even more videos.